Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. For some people, now he has become a perpetrator, but for millions of people, he is a symbol of love, peace, compassion, religious harmony, someone who promotes human values. He is also considered the emanation of our Lokiteshvara. But from the last week or two, what has happened that he has become an internet sensation and a victim or a prey of these media houses, artists and influencers? On the 28th of February, a group of college graduated students and members of M2M Foundation visited Dharamsala to seek blessings from His Holiness, and at the event, a young boy asked Dalai Lama if he could hug him.
Can I hug you? It's a question.
Okay, come. First here. Then I think finally here also. And suck my tongue.
After this clip went viral over the internet, many people accused His Holiness of abusing the little boy. But before jumping on to any conclusion, His Holiness being the talk of the town now or back then, we have to know the history. His Holiness, after losing his country at the age of 16 and fled to India as a refugee, he has been a leader not just to the Tibetan people. He has worked all his life for the betterment of humanity. He talked about love, peace, compassion, promoted human values, religious harmonies, and all that is needed for the betterment of this world. Even after China's illegal occupation of Tibet, he has never uttered a single bad word for the Chinese population. He has always shown his concern and support for the general public. But now what has happened that this 87-year-old celibate has become a victim of the online trolls that has been going on? Chinese government has always tried to tarnish His Holiness's image and is trying to erase Tibetan population. And here is something you don't know. The video that has been going viral is a tailored clip of the actual footage that really happened on the 28th of February. It was first circulated by this pro-China account named Yin Sun and fake YouTube account Robert Reed. The clip over which everyone started trolling His Holiness has become viral in the month of April, and the actual event took place on the 28th of February, meaning all this time they were just trying to apply different ways to tarnish His Holiness's image. Now here is another aspect as to why so much of hate is being pushed towards His Holiness. His Holiness is honored with so many prestigious awards around the world. Seeing the growing influence and popularity of His Holiness around the world, Chinese government fears that if this continues to grow, it will be hard for them to keep their control over Tibet. Now you may say, Kizom, it's always wrong to abuse someone, especially a child, and why is it so wrong to show concern for the little boy? I understand you completely. I know where you're coming from. I, being a teacher myself, the least thing I would want is to see any of my students get hurt. But there are two sides of the story. You have to know the whole context of what really happened, and here is something that they are not showing on the internet.
Thank you. Thank you. We are same human brothers, sisters. Thank you. Now, you should look those good human beings who create peace, happiness, should not follow those human beings who always killing other people. You should not look these people.
This is what really happened on that day, but you don't see the full video because the tailored clip is made especially to target His Holiness and to tarnish his image. In the actual footage in its full length, His Holiness talked to the boy about being a good person, being helpful, coming together as one, but you don't see it. So this clearly shows why His Holiness is being targeted and by whom. You know what the problem is? Everyone wants to give their opinion on the internet about anything and everything without knowing the full context of what really happens. For His Holiness and for Tibetan people, English is not our first language, so the problem of communication will always be there. Even in the tailored clip, it is obvious that His Holiness is showing a grandfatherly affection to the boy, but this has been misled by some pro-Chinese account and media houses and artists, and I don't know for what. Maybe they are getting paid for doing such things. Since all of this is going on, I see where you are coming from. You want to show your concern for the little boy, but you have to understand where His Holiness is coming from. Tibet, the roof of the world. For so many years, Tibet has been a distant country with little or no connection with the outside world. Tibetan people have always engaged in religious activities in their day-to-day life. Tibetan people are known to be kind, humble, and respectful. In the Tibetan culture, when we meet somebody, we like to greet each other by touching our foreheads, rubbing our nose against each other, or even sticking out our tongue as a sign of agreement and respect. People who know Dalai Lama knows that he was being playful with the little boy, and the people who doesn't know much about Dalai Lama started trolling His Holiness. NDTV News Channel. They televised the tailored video and let it go viral. Cardi B, Anmol Chaudhary, Sara, they all reshared it on their Instagram stories and said millions of the mean things to His Holiness. But do they know the whole context of the story? Do they know what really happened on that day? Do they really know His Holiness? I don't think so. It breaks my heart to see these influential people letting the scandal go viral without knowing the actual context of what really happened, without knowing His Holiness. You are not just targeting His Holiness, you are hurting the sentiments of every Tibetan and all the followers of His Holiness. If someone you love so much, someone you have faith in that this person will never do anything bad to anybody, and another person accuses that person of something he has never even thought of, how would you feel? Wouldn't you come in defense for that person, knowing that this person is not someone they are accusing him of? Wouldn't you consider it a misunderstanding? That is what is happening with us, Tibetan people and the followers of His Holiness. His Holiness is being targeted by some political organization, and you are just helping them get stronger into their mission. This is the national flag of Tibet, and this is the portrait of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Two things that are heavily banned inside Tibet. Someone seen looking up for His Holiness's portrait or photo over internet in Tibet, Chinese occupied Tibet, is imprisoned, is heavily punished, but suddenly His Holiness has become the most searched topic in Tibet, in China. Why? If this is not targeting someone, I don't know what is. His Holiness has always talked about love, peace, compassion, religious harmony, promoting human values. His life has been in the eyes of public all his life, and yet he is trolled, misunderstood. Is it fair from your side to make a judgment based on the tailored clip that has been made especially to defame His Holiness? When you don't know His Holiness for all the good works he has been doing for the world, how can you make a judgment? How can you pass on a judgment based on that one single tailored video that has been made especially to target and defame His Holiness? At the end, I would want to request everyone to come together as one and not be driven by one influential, powerful political organization. Trust me, His Holiness thinks and cares about everyone more than you and I could ever imagine. Long live His Holiness, Pögelo.